So welcome you all for this today's session. This is our 10th session and third session of your second module. In last class we discussed about HTML tables and HTML form introduction, right? So in continuation of that we will discuss that HTML forms in detail in this session. Okay, as I already told you that what do you mean by form? Form is nothing but collection of related data, okay, and it has been sent to what backend application in order to process. Okay, so and I have mentioned some controls over there in that last session. So that is text control, checkbox, radio box, select, that means drop down list and all. Okay, so let us look one by one. So first one is text control. Control tags are elements. Okay, so text control elements. So what do you mean by text? It's a group of characters, is it right? Okay, so how you are going to handle that group of characters in a web page? So fine, so here some text we need to read that in a one line or maybe a few words, okay, and some text we need to read multiple lines, is it right? So how that single line or multiple line, how these inputs will be handled in forms? As I already mentioned, we have an input tag in order to read the information from the user end. Okay, so input. So and again I have to read the text means, so type equal to text. So type equal to text within double quotes. Okay, within double quotes. So for in order to read the single line data from the user, so input tag, okay, so and again type equal to text, I have to read the text, right? So that's why it's a type equal to what text. So continuation we have many other attributes, okay, so that I will discuss with the example. Next I have to close here itself. Okay, we don't have closing tag of input. Okay, we don't have tag like this. Okay, so input we don't have this. Okay, fine. So this is what the syntax in order to read single line. So next, what about if you want to read multiple lines? Okay, so for that, okay, this is for single line, okay. So for multiple line, so in order to read single line, so input tag and type equal to what text, and in order to read multiple lines we have a tag called text area. Okay, so next for password, so input is the tag, so but the type is what? Password. So again in order to read the email from the user, so we have an input tag, so within that input tag type equal to email. Okay, so now let us look into example one by one. So first one is what? So input text. So in order to read a single line characters, okay, so single line input from the user, okay, so this is what the initial program tags. So document type, HTML, head, title, head, close, and again body. Within body, so I have to open form tag. Okay, so within form I have to read the single line input, right? So here I am going to take an example of username. How that username has been read by using what? Type equal to text. Okay, so form, within the form enter your name. Okay, so enter your name colon, this is what normal text followed by So break, that means so cursor will be comes to our next line. So in that next line, input, okay, input. So type equals within double quotes text, close this and again close the input, okay. So close the input, okay, fine. So I'm going to add one more attribute for this. So name equals within double quotes user name, okay, user name. So I'm going to close this input. So again form, again body. So next one is what, HTML, okay. So this is what the program in order to read a single line text from the user. So what about this, enter your name, okay, enter your name. So that means this text will be appear in the web page. So followed by input type equal to text, okay. So if I'll run this program, you can notice that, so in output there is a text box, is that right? So that means that the area provided for the user to enter his name, okay, fine. So what about this name, okay, name equal to username. So in C language, as you have, okay, int a equal to 10, right, int a equal to 10. So here int is what, the type, here int type is what, text. And what about this, this is what the variable name. So this is what the variable name in your HTML program, okay, username is what the variable name. What about the value, we are going to read that from a user, okay, we are reading that from user. What about if you want to read two information from the user, okay, two single line information from the user. So for that, doc type HTML, okay. So next HTML followed by head. So next one is what, title. So in that title I'm going to give what, form example, form example. So close the title, so close the head. So next open body. So within body form tag, so form tag. So within form, now I have to read the two information, right. So let us take an example of reading first name and last name of a user, okay. So for that, first name colon, I'm going to write input, okay. So type equals text, name equals, so first name, right, that's why I will take what, first f name or first name. So next close this input, again followed by what, last name colon input, okay. So before to this I'll give what, break tag, okay, break tag. That means, so this last name will be appeared in the next line. So type equals, again text only. So again name equals l name. So close this br tag. So now close the form, now close the body, again close the HTML. So HTML. So now you can see that, so if I'll run this program, you can see that the output. So in first line, first name label will be appeared followed by what, text box, right. So second one is what, last name, so followed by a text box. So and you should notice that name equal to fname and name equal to lname. So these two are the variables. Whatever the information which is entered in that text box will be stored in this name. Got it? Fine. So next, so in order to read multiple lines, so this is what the example for single line data, right? So in order to read multiple lines from the user, we have a text area tag. Okay, so how we can use that text area tag means, so I'm going to modify that same thing. So same program I'm going to modify. So instead of this first name and last name, so I'm going to read address. So enter address. So here we can't use this input tag for this multiple lines. In order to read multiple lines, so we can't use this input tag. So for that we had one more tag called so text area. So text area, text area, so followed by number of rows, okay, within double quotes 2, number of rows, rows equals 2, COLS stand for what? Columns. Okay, so columns equals 20. So now I will close the open tag of this text area, followed by close tag of text area. Text area. So now if I will run this program, so you can notice the output. So in that what about the text area size? So that means here I have mentioned rows equal to what? 2 and columns equal to what? 20. So I can enter 20 characters in a row, and how many such rows are there? Only 2, because I have mentioned that rows equal to what? 2. Got it? So this is what, how to read a multiple lines from the user. So what about password? So password has a separate meaning, is it right? So that whenever you entered password on a web page or wherever, so that password is invisible. Instead of that password, you can see that dot or star, right? That means that's the confidential data. It must be hidden so that no other person can see that. Okay, so we must hide that, is it right? So how to read that password? So for that, again I'm going to modify that same program here itself. Okay, so how to read a password? So for that I'm going to write password. So password colon, so that means it's a label. Okay, it's a text which has appeared as it is on your web page. So password followed by input tag type equals password. Okay, type equals password within double quotes. So name equals within double quotes again PASS. So close this input tag. Close this input tag. So now you can run this program. Whatever the information which is entered within that text box, it will be appeared either in a dot or star. Okay, it is invisible. Is it right? You can't read that text. So that is what the property of password. Type password. Got it? So what about if you want to read email? So for email, again I am going to change this program. So instead of password, email. So what about the name? Again email. So it is not mandatory that you should use type name as a name. Okay, you can give what different name for the name, variable name. Okay, so here I mentioned that type equal to mail, right? Okay, now if I will run this program, you can notice that and we need to validate this input, right? Because so I have like I have discussed single line information and multiple line information, we don't have any restriction over there, but for the mail, so we have a definite pattern. That means, so at the rate some XYZ, okay, so at the rate Gmail or whatever .com or .in, so this is what we call it as domain, and at the rate symbol, is it right? So that means it has a standard format. So if user is not type this at the rate, means this tag itself, okay, this input tag type equal to email, so that this tag itself will validate for the proper mail address. Okay, fine. So we had one more tag called label. So label is for we are using so many controls like a text, control box, whatever. So for all those things we need to give a label for that controls means. So we can use what label tag. So fine. Let us look into what label example. So this is what the example program in order to read first name and last name. So but here I am going to use what label along with the input type equal to what text for both first name as well as last name. Okay. So label followed by for which control you are going to use this label. Okay. So here this control is for what first name, your name equal to first name, right? So that means, so for this control input, first control input type equal to text. So for this I am going to add a label. So that is what that label is what first name colon. Okay, first name colon. So and at the end of that okay, at the end I have closed that label, and again I am using what break tag. So that means it made that the component control, okay, so that is input type equal to text. That means that the text box will appear in the next line, and without this break tag, so your text box will be appeared next to the first name. Okay, so next first name followed by what text box, okay, without break. So next one, this is you know that here I have had that one separate attribute called ID. So that means we can identify that control element, so either by what name or ID. So here I am going to use what both name and ID both are same. Okay, fine. So next one is what, again label for what last name. Okay, for last name. Here you can see that name equal to what last name, right? So that means for this I have written label here, sorry, it is input. Okay, input. So label input, label input. For this input, this is what the label. Okay, so here last name, right, and name is also last name. So that's why this label is for this input. Again, this is what text type. So you can notice that in our output, label first name, and in the next line, so text box. Again in the next line, label last name, and then at the end you can notice that there is a text box for last name. So this is how we can use label along with control. Next, move on to checkbox. Fine. So checkbox is used when so more than one option is to be selected. Okay, so in order to select so more than one option, we are going to use what checkbox. So here the syntax is what input tag. Okay, here also we are going to use what input tag, but with the type equal to what checkbox, followed by other attributes. So which are all the attributes means, so type already mentioned here. So name, you all know that, so that means variable name where you are going to store that, and again value. So for selection of that text box, what value have to store in this variable. Okay, so that's value. Next one is what, so we need to check whether that checkbox is what checked or not. If it is checked means, so we need to select that, otherwise so we need to leave that option. Okay, fine. So example program for this checkbox. So this is what the checkbox example. So under this form I am using what hobby is what just a text. Okay, so this is not a label, this is what just a text. So input type checkbox. Okay, input type checkbox, id equal to cricket and name is also cricket, value is also cricket. Okay, so next one is what label. So label for this checkbox is what cricket. Okay, so your for equals cricket, that means your name equal to cricket, right? So for this input we have insert what a label, so that is cricket. Okay, so next input type again checkbox, what about the id, name and value? So football, all are football. So next here for football, that means your name is what football, right? So for that football we are insert the label called football. Okay, so if I'll run this program, you can notice that there are two checkbox followed by one is cricket, another one is football. Okay, so whatever the text cricket and football which you are seeing in the, on our output screen is what label. Okay, is what label. So what about the id of that checkbox? So cricket checkbox is what id is what cricket only, and again what about the name? That is also cricket, and value, that is also cricket. Okay, so fine. So I'll come to this id, name, value in detail when we are discussed backend programs. Here is what about checkbox example. You can see that within form here I have given what input checkbox and three checkbox I have defined here. Okay, your file name is what form example, so that if I'll click on this form example, you can notice that there are three checkbox, because since I am using what three checkbox over here, so you can see what three checkbox here. If I'll click on this, it's going to be select that. Okay, so you can see only text box, right? Sorry, checkbox. Why? Because I have not typed any text after it. Okay, now if I'll write, first option is what for cricket, and second one is what football, and the last one is what other. Okay, so this is what football. Okay, even though I have used what name and value, so you couldn't see this text, you couldn't see text on your web page, right? So here, since I have written now cricket, football and other. Okay, now I'll press Ctrl S. If I'll refresh this, you can now you can notice that, so cricket, football and other. Okay, so coming back to this, I have not used any break, right? Okay, now if I'll put break here, you can see the changes. Okay, Control S. Now again I'll refresh this. You can see that. Okay, so this is how we can use what checkbox now. So you should notice I can select all or any two, like that. Okay, I can select and deselect, so I can select multiple option out of this choices. Okay, so this is what the property of checkbox. So next look into a radio button example. This is what the radio button example. So we are using this radio button in order to select one option among many. Is it right? Okay, so this is what the example. Here I have created what two radio buttons. Okay, with the value male and female, with the text which need to be up here over there, so that is male and female. Okay, so next, what about the label? It is what gender. Okay, gender label is for what? Gender. Okay, so for gender equals nothing but for the name equal to gender. Okay, so this is what the label I have given. Fine. So now if I'll run this program, you can notice the output. Okay, so whatever the text which you are seeing is what male and female. Okay, before to that, yeah, you can notice that there is a radio button. Out of these two radio buttons you can select any one. So that is what the property of radio button. Here is what radio button example. Okay, as you can notice that name of those two buttons is what gender, and value male and female, and text need to be appear after that radio button is what male and female. So now the file name is what form example. If I click on this form example, you can see the output. Okay, so now you can notice that this gender column. Okay, so that is what the normal text here on your output screen, gender colon. And what about this male and female radio buttons? You can see that after this. Okay, male and female button. So as you can observe that this from here to here. Okay, so that is what the input tag, which is stand for this radio button. Okay, after that you can see this text mail, right? So that is what this. Okay, this mail. Okay, so this is what the normal text need to be appear after that radio button. You can notice that this both the names of this radio buttons are what gender, so that whatever the whichever the value you're going to select. Okay, whichever the value you're going to select from these two radio buttons will be stored in that name gender. Okay, and you can select any one out of these two, any one out of these two, since we have given same name. What if these two names are different? Okay, for that I have delete two letters from that name, and I'll press that control S. Now I'll again run this. Okay, so now you can select both. Can I see this? Now you can select both. Why? Because so here both the names are what different. One is gen, another one is gender. Okay, so next we'll move on to next example. So that is select. Select is nothing but it's a drop down list. So in that drop down list you can see that many options, right? So depending upon the program requirement, we can select any one or multiple data from that drop down list. Okay, so here I have written the program in order to select any one option from it. Okay, fine. So here within form I have used what select tag. So name equal to country. Okay, name equal to country, style width equals 160 pixel. So that means width of that drop down text box. Okay, drop down list is what 160 pixel. Px stand for pixel. So followed by 4 options. Okay, followed by 4 options, value equal to India, and whatever the text need to be appeared over there in that option, India only. Okay, and I have closed that option. So in next option, so value Nepal, text need to be appear on screen is what again Nepal. So next one Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka, and the last one is what other option. Okay, other option. So you can notice that if I'll run this program, you can notice that in output, so there are 4 options: India, Nepal, Sri Lanka and other. Let's look into what example, title form example, and file name is also form example. So within that I have written this form within body. So and again input type is what select. Okay, so instead of input tag, here we have what select tag for drop down list. So name is what country, style width equals 190 pixel. Okay, so and again now options, here I have given what 4 option. So one is India. Okay, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka and again other. Okay, so file name is what form example, right? Here within C drive web folder. Within web folder I have this form example. If I'll double click on this, you can see the output. Okay, so here by default that first option has been selected. So next followed by what, three options. Okay, so how many options are there in this select input? So four option, right? So India, Nepal, Sri Lanka and other. So you can see that, you can notice that here India, Nepal, Sri Lanka and other. Okay, so if I'll select any one value, so this value, whichever the value which you have selected, so that value will be stored in this variable country. Okay, whatever the value you are going to select, India, Nepal or Sri Lanka, whatever the value, so which value you're going to select out of this option will be stored in what country. Okay, so next here style width equals what, 190 pixel, right? Now I will make that to 160 pixel. Now you can notice the difference. Okay, control S. So now I'll refresh this page, you can notice that changes. Okay, so that means here that the width of that selector is nothing but what, uh, drop down list, is it right? Okay, width of that drop down list is what, string, because last time I have given what 190, now I have made that to 160. Okay, so next here I can select only one option, right? What if I want to select many option from the selected list? Is nothing but you need to write multiple. Okay, multiple. So this is the uh, word you need to write within this select tag. Okay, okay, now I'm giving what, fifth option, Australia. Okay, control S. Now if I'll refresh this, you can see this. Okay, so here I have given that multiple, right? Multiple, and fourth fifth option is what, Australia. You can notice that here India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Australia and other. Okay, so now I can select what, multiple options from this. Since I'm using what multiple keyword in the select tag, I can select multiple option just by holding a control key. So you can select what, multiple option. Whereas without that multiple keyword you can't select multiple option. Okay, so that's all about select tag. So you can select any one out of these four. So that is what value which you are going to store in country. Okay, so country equals any one of these four option. Okay, so this is how we can add controls to our web page. So in next session we are going to okay, in next session I'm going to discuss even detail with other controls uh, field set. Okay, that's it for today's session. So in coming session I'm going to discuss field set tag and again legend tag. Okay, so what do you mean by field set? So in order to group many element, okay, in order to group so more than two elements, so we can use what, field set, and again legend is to add caption for field set tag. Okay, so that I will discuss in detail in next session. So that's it for today's class. Thank you.